All right, welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here, and in this video I want to go a little bit more meta. It's a little bit more of a mindset video. In this video I want to talk about good times and how good times make you very, very weak. Now, who is this for? Either you may be in a job right now and you say it's good enough. You know, it's earning you money, you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, it's good enough, right? Or maybe you already have a business and you're making good money, maybe you have some freedom already, and you're like, yeah, it's pretty good, it's good enough. If you are in either of these positions, pay attention now, because I want to tell you something that is important for your future. It's important for the potential that you might just leave otherwise. So let's crack right into it.
Have you ever wondered whether there's more to life than a boring dead-end 9-to-5 job? Have you ever dreamed about breaking free, traveling the world, making good money, and just enjoying life? No more office dress code, no morning commute, no boss. This channel is for you. So here's to your freedom.
As I said, it's a little bit of a meta video, a little bit less of, how to XYZ. But I wanted to bring this video out because I work with a lot of clients who are starting from zero. We're getting our first clients to 10K a month. I work with a lot of clients that then get there and then they become complacent. Or I work with clients who get their first sell and then they become complacent. Or we get people on a free consulting call and you could literally feel and see and hear that they would have way more potential, but you can also feel like this little nudge, this little 1% of push is missing for them to actually fulfill that potential. What am I trying to say here? Careful with good times, they make you weak. Let's say, for example, you have a job now, and that job is relatively good. It pays your bills, it pays you the roof over your head, it pays you the food in your belly, but it's not exactly what you were dreaming about. Maybe when you were a child, and I love that. I always get back to what were you dreaming of as a child or as a teenager of your dream job, I love that because as a child, you're much more naive, you think oh, I'm gonna become this and then become that, and that's gonna be great, and then you slowly but steadily you grow up and you give up, right? For many people, growing up equals giving up, and then they become more realistic, right? I'll give you an example, and this is a true story. Feel free to judge me upon that. I had a friend of mine who I'm still in touch with, a best friend that I had in high school, middle school and high school, and he found his little yearbook thing, and in there was 16-year-old Max, and in there said what do I want to become? So actually I said that, what do you want to become when you're adult, Max? And my words were, I want to be rich and famous with a lot of girls. that was my dream, rich, famous, surrounded by a lot of attractive girls. And it's funny because that was my dream. I was 16 years old. I was in goddamn high school. I'm of course, gonna figure out a way to become rich and famous, right? And funny enough, what happened, spoiler alert, I am rich and famous now, and I have okay, no, just kidding, but I'm making much more money than I would have ever thought. And I wouldn't say I'm famous, but at least I'm not completely unknown, at least not in the niche that I'm teaching in. And I have the lifestyle that I was dreaming about. And obviously still room for improvement, we get to that later, but I have that lifestyle. And because again, I was 16 years old, I was so naive. What happened was I got out of high school and I went to the military in Austria. You have to serve in the military for 6 months, and then somewhere in there I got slapped almost by reality. I got slapped in the face of hey, this is the real world. Okay? You're not gonna become rich and famous, Max. Back then I wanted to become rich and famous as a musician. Go get a goddamn job. So I started studying. First I started musicology, and then I later on studied Latin and English to become a teacher for high school. That's me giving up, all right? And if you're a teacher, and if you love what you're doing, hats off. I got many friends that studied together with me, they love what they're doing. Amazing, congrats, I love it, okay, if you're happy. But I know I wasn't happy with that. I wouldn't have been happy. I saw it as good enough. I saw it as good, solid plan B. Not a lot of risk involved, but also not exactly what I wanted to do. Again, it was good enough. Careful with good times, they make you weak. And then as I was getting closer and closer to finish that, I was already starting to think okay, 2 years from now, I'm gonna have my first class, and I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna teach them about Latin, I'm gonna draw stuff on the whiteboard. And I some part in me was, you don't want to do that. This is horrible. And the other part, the adult part, the giving up part was like, this is adult life, go be adult. And then at some point it snapped and I said, I don't want to do that. And that's a long story. And I built my first business, which was back then the dating advice and personal development business. And I started traveling the world. I started building a brand. You can literally still see that old channel. It says 290,000 subscribers or something like that. And I made my first million with that. And it was very, very amazing. And I kind of understood that, oh, if I had just chosen the good enough choice of becoming a teacher, I would have never gotten to live my dream, which is, you know, making money, what I back then considered as rich. I wouldn't consider even what I am right now as rich. But what I would have back then considered was definitely rich. You know, you make $1 million, you're rich. That was my thought. I'm semi-famous, at least in that niche that I was. And, you know, I have the lifestyle that I wanted. And I'm very, very blessed that I was in that situation. And then later on, as time passed by, I kind of said, hey, so many people ask me about business and how I built my coaching business. I guess I'm really good at coaching that. And then I started transitioning more and more into what I'm doing now, which is the online coaching, online service providing. So I help people build their own coaching businesses. And I'm so happy that back then something snapped within me that made me realize, Max, you're getting weak because you're choosing the plan B. In fact, expose yourself to maybe a little bit of discomfort to get out there and do the plan A, which is what you actually want. I'm very happy that I did that, and I'm sitting here in front of you today helping as many people do that literally every single day as well, right? All our clients that are getting there, that are coming to us, they want to become also free, they want to become wealthy, they want to give their expertise, right? And that's my life's purpose, that's what I'm doing now. And on a side note, before we get to the next point, we have a very, very great podcast. Nikita Gonkovic, our head strategy and sales coach, and myself, we have a very great podcast. We've got really, really good reviews on that. People say it's very entertaining and very informative. So if you feel like these YouTube videos are sometimes a little too flat, you want to dive deeper, then go check out our podcast. We're going to show the URL right here, URL in the description as well. It's very good if you're commuting somewhere, you want to listen to it on the go, check it out, highly recommend that. Now here's the thing though. What happened again was I started making a couple million, I was doing pretty well, I had a good life. I started becoming weak again until my now business partners and mentors reached out to me and they said, you should make more money. And I'm like, I'm already making a lot of money. I'm feeling pretty good. They're like, no, you should make more, right? Good times make you weak. And what happened was they said, you should hire a team. You should get a proper office. The office that you see here, right? We have 2 offices right now. You should get a team, you should get an office, you should expand, you should have you should do X, Y, Z. And I'm like, you're right. Something in me snapped again and said, Max, over the last years, you sitting on your successes have made you complacent. Go out and do things, right? Go out and stop being weak. And I expanded and I got a great team. And it's so crazy because I thought I was very happy doing everything myself and making enough money, but I had no clue how amazing it was to have a team and expand. And now I'm making more money. The company's making more money. I'm having a bigger share myself and I'm doing less work because I have a great, amazing team around me. And the team inspires me and I get to inspire them and they inspire our clients and I inspire our clients and we're all just like working together on this and we're just like, it's almost like a ship, like a great ship that is crossing the Atlantic Ocean and you're the crew and you work together and you're plowing through the weather and then, and then the sea monsters are trying to drag you down, but you work together, you fight together. That's a very, very great feeling. So be careful with good times. They make you very, very weak. And when you're looking at your situation right now, you might be happy enough, but ask yourself, is it really what you actually always truly wanted? And what usually comes now, when I ask you this, or when you ask yourself this, is it what you truly wanted? Your adult self kicks in, the voice of reason kicks in, of justifying, like, well, I wanted to become free, maybe I wanted to become my own boss, but I couldn't do it because of this, I couldn't do it because of that. And it's trying to reason with you. But that's usually the voice that has already given up and is just justifying your failures. And here's the thing, it's totally fine. I'm making mistakes every single day. Making mistakes is not a problem. Justifying them is not a problem either. It becomes a problem though if you let that keep you from actually executing and taking action. That's where the problem occurs. Okay? That's where the problem occurs. So ask yourself, is what you're doing actually what you've always truly wanted, or is it some sort of compromise where you said it's quote unquote good enough? Right? Good enough makes you weak. Go step out into the unknown. It might be a little uncomfortable, right? But do it, because at the end of the day, it's worth it. Now, the next thing that I see many times is people then getting results, right? Clients starting from zero, they make their first close, make their first 4 figures, make their first 5 figures, or cracking 10K, cracking 100K. Sometimes we have clients coming to us, they're like, I cracked 100K, it's great. And it is my responsibility as their mentor to push them more. Not because they need more money to be happy, not because money is all that counts, but because it's important for them to keep pushing. Because if you don't scale, if you don't push, you're actually stagnating. You're actually going backwards. Okay, it's almost like, imagine you're taking a bicycle and you're rolling up a hill. If you stop, you're not going to stop. Actually, you'll end up rolling backwards. So if you're not progressing, you're rolling backwards, and you're actually diminishing the progress that you've made so far. Which is why, on a side note, again, you can see the circle of epicness, if you will. My coaches, my mentors continuously tell me, make more, hire more people, expand. Sometimes I'm sitting at home and I'm like, I just want to sit here and play video games all day. They're like, you could. You don't have to work anymore, but you shouldn't. Scale more, and I scale more, and I expand, and I help more people, I reach more people, I continue to do these YouTube videos, because I know that push is good for me. And just as they push me, so do I push my clients, right? And I say, hey, I'm specialized in what you do. 10K is not enough. Go push more. Don't give up. That is the biggest problem that people have. They kind of relax. They kind of start being good enough with the results that they've gotten so far. But it isn't your responsibility to keep pushing. And I always put it like this. Look, everybody talks about financial crisis. Everybody talks about the bubbles. What about the coaching bubble? And so on and so forth. And I'm always like, look, all the people that go down are the people that didn't keep pushing. Okay, all the people that the bubble bursts is all the people that didn't keep pushing. It's all these people that are good enough with where they are right now that eventually will lose. It's only those that subscribe themselves to a continuous life of pushing, of scaling, of learning, of doing. Only those will always make it through. They will always end up not only making it through a financial crisis or whatever. I'm not a financial expert. I'm just talking out of my own experience. But not only are they making it through, but they actually end up making more money, because they keep pushing. It isn't your responsibility to keep pushing. All right, so again, this is targeted towards people who are already making money with their businesses, and they're somewhat happy that they can write CEO on their Instagram and they can make their 10K, which is a laughable goal if you ask me, right? For you, I say, go make more. It's in your responsibility. But this is also for people who say, I'm fine with my job. It's not perfect. It's not ideal. I want to tell you, what were you thinking of becoming when you were younger? What was your ultimate dream? And what made you give up, right? Maybe you're thinking, oh, I'm not a business mind. I'm not a business expert. I'm not the next Zuckerberg. I'm a born normal person, right? I'm an average Joe. I'm born for a 9-to-5 job. My parents were 9-to-5. Their parents were 9-to-5. Same for me. None of the people in my family has become a business owner. My dad has a small brick and mortar business, but even he is still working in his own business instead of just owning it. And so I'm like, well, I'm not made to be business. It doesn't run in my family, but that's a dumb excuse. Just go learn it. Building a business is not this wonderful, esoteric, magical fairy tale thing that you have to do like Hollywood oftentimes tries to tell you. No, it's a process. It's a process like anything else. It's like a process like losing weight. Right? You take in less calories than you're burning, right? It's a process like learning a skill, learning an instrument, learning a martial arts. It's the exact same process. Do the basics, repeat them over and over again until you got that, and then continue getting better and better and better and better and better until the day you die. Never stop learning until the day you die. Never stop asking questions until the day you die. Never stop asking for help. I think that's a big thing. Maybe it's my generation. We're a very egoic generation, maybe ego-driven, saying I want to become it myself, I want to do it myself, I don't want to ask for help. That's stupid. That's foolish. Okay? That is very, very foolish. And I'm saying this out of my own experience. Oftentimes I've gotten to a level where I'm like, I'm good enough, I'm great, I'm amazing, I don't need any help. And I surrounded myself with yes sayers, right? My first team members, back in the days, I had some 2-3 team members, and they were all looking up to me. Of course, I was their boss. They were like, yes, Max, good idea. And I noticed after a year or so, hey, I'm not asking questions. I'm not asking anybody for help anymore. I'm stagnating, right? no matter what level you're in, if you're making 10K a month, if you're making 100K a month, if you're just getting started, ask for help. Ask questions. Hell, if you're making 100K a month, if you're making 500K a month, ask for help. Ask someone that is above you for help, because it is in your responsibility to keep pushing, because otherwise you're going backwards downhill with your little bicycle, and that's a very, very bad thing. Right? You don't want that. Hope that makes sense. It was a little bit more meta, it's a little bit more mindset, but it was important. It was on my chest. I needed to bring it out to you, my dear viewer. All right? So when you say, you're right, I'm not too good to ask for help, I'm not too good to ask questions, maybe you think that your life situation is not exactly ideal where you are right now. If that is you, then you can book a free consulting call either with me directly or with an expert from our team. All right, maybe you know some of these guys already from this YouTube channel, from the podcast, and so on and so forth. And in order to book a free consulting call, you click that link in the description, all right, or a link that appears somewhere here. And on that free consulting call, we'll be working together with you, hand in hand, to develop a step-by-step strategy on how you, in your specific situation, can actually get started with building an online freedom business as an online coach, as an online service provider. Or you're already making money, you want to do it more legit, then also, all right? So either you already have a skill and you want to learn how to monetize it, that call is for you. Or you're already making some money with that, but you want to learn how to monetize it better, more legit, more consistently, that call is for you. But even if you just like the idea of breaking free from the 9 to 5, and you want to build your own online freedom business, but you don't know how exactly, you don't know what it is that you could be offering people, that call is for you as well. Like I said, you click that link in the description, link brings you to a page, read what's on the page because it's important information for you to get started. And then at the bottom of that page, you fill out the application, and then you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. Filling out the application takes maybe 2 minutes, and the call is entirely for free. It is only for action takers, and as long as the link still works, it means we still have a spot open for you. Thank you very much for watching. It was a little bit of a longer video. Maybe talk to you very soon, and bye-bye.
I just want to say that I've made my second close today. I made my first close yesterday after 2 months of being in the program. I can't believe this. I made 2K closed as soon as I got in this program. As I'm going through it, it's just been like constant, whether it's personal growth or it's growing a business, finding out what you can even coach. It's just been a crazy experience, and now I'm just living in my dream life. I would not be where I am right now if it wasn't for all you guys there.